Hi everyone, it's James here from Production Expert at Studio Zine 2019, Day 2. I'm here on the audio work booth with John from TubeTech. Now, there are certain components in units like this, and the name kind of suggests it, that over time maybe will fail. Is that fair enough to say?
It is, yeah. Valves, tubes, and they have a limited lifetime.
And I think it's also fair to say that the valve or tube, depending on where you're from, is the weak link in the chain. You're still using what is effectively 70-year-old technology that we all seem to know and love.
100.
100-year-old technology. There you go. But valves dying is not the end of the world. A lot of people panic and go, oh my God, I need to send this thing back. And we're going to show you, with some audio examples, which is all good, how valves can fail, how a failed valve sounds, and what to do about it. So we're going to whip the top off this CL1B, let you hear how the failed valves sound, and then how to change them. So we've taken the lid off this rather lovely TubeTech CL1B, and you can see we have two valves. I would refer to these as 12AX7s, but you're going to tell me they're not, right?
No, 12AX7, 12AU7, okay. Or ECC83, ECC82. That depends on who makes them.
And this is the pristine, working, beautiful sounding unit. And as you can hear, there's absolutely no signal. The signal noise ratio on this thing is
90, minus 90, the noise is minus 90 dBm.
And we're hearing no extraneous noises. I will mute our microphones just for a second so you can hear exactly how no background noise there is. It sounds perfect. Okay, so let's turn her off. And it is really, really worth stating, these things get hot, let them cool down. By the magic of television, we've let them cool down and we turned the power off. The thing about valves is they use a very high voltage generally. You don't really want to be messing around with that with the power on. So turn them off, and then John, what's the first valve we're going to listen to?
The first one we listen to is a noisy 12AX7, the input tube. And it's very easy to pull it out. And the important thing is to notice if any of the pins are bent, then you have to straighten them out before you insert them. Otherwise you might crack the glass or injure the sockets. And it has a bigger space that fits into the socket, like this. Just, here we go.
And we power it up.
Yep. And it takes a minute or so before it's ready.
And instantly we can hear, you can't, but because I've got the headphones on, we can hear there's kind of a white noise, kind of type, nasty sound. I'm going to mute our mics just so you can hear. There we go. That is effectively a duff valve. So if you're hearing that sound and you've got any valve equipment that's not supposed to make that sound, it indicates that there's something definitely not right, and it's probably the valve that's died or fried or whatever, whichever acronym you wish to use about the valve being past its best.
On the other hand, even though it's noisy, it may still work as it should, so it wouldn't affect your sound except for the noise. So it's still useful in that respect, unless you make some that really depends a low noise floor. It won't get better.
Yeah.
So good thing is to replace it.
Okay, so let's turn her off again.
Yep.
And again, we'll pretend we've let them cool down, because that's probably quite warm already.
This one is the coolest one. This one is a hot one.
Okay. What's this next tube going to demonstrate?
The next tube we have is a microphonic tube. That means if you tap it, it will sound like a bell.
Right, so it pings out.
A ping.
And that will come across into the audio stream as well?
It certainly will.
Okay. Okay, so let's power up.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, I can hear that really, really clearly. So that you're not hearing the sound, at this point, you're not hearing the sound through our microphones, you're actually hearing the sound that's on the signal, which is kind of bizarre because it sounds like mechanical born noise, but it's actually in the audio stream.
It is, yeah. Yeah, you can probably hear it too.
Yeah.
And
But if you
it's-
start hearing extraneous noises when you tap racks and things, there's a fair chance that...
Yeah, yeah. It still works as it should, and specifications is okay, but you have this additional ringing noise when it's mechanical tapped.
So there you go. Changing valves is not a challenge. It's not something to be afraid of, and it's something that, you know, with a little bit of care and attention, you can do on your own gear. John, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very, very interesting stuff indeed. My name's James Ivey from Production Expert, and I'll see you again soon for some more Gear Talk.